The expo attracted over 35 exhibitors representing more than 12 countries from around the world. The two-day event allowed immigration experts representing various countries to present various international residency and citizenship programs to potential investors at their respective booths in the exhibition hall. The other highlight of the event was the fireside chat between CNBC-TV18's Parikshit Luthra and Matt Hogan, the Vice President of Project Development, CMB Regional Center.
I would like to begin by asking you about your key focus areas, CMB Regional Center's main businesses.
Yeah, so our company, CMB Regional Centers, is primarily and entirely focused on the EB-5 visa. So we don't work in the direct EB-5 investment vehicle program. We only work in the EB-5 Regional Center program. We were originally established back in 1997, so we now are celebrating our 25th year in business. We were one of the very first regional centers ever established, and now we're one of the largest active regional centers in the industry. We've worked with almost 6,000 clients from 104 different countries. Of course, many clients from here in India as well.
What are the benefits of the EB-5 visa program, if we may ask?
Yeah, so the biggest benefit of the EB-5 program is its permanent residency in the United States. It's a green card, and it becomes permanent, and it gives you the opportunity to become a U.S. citizen. So it's all the access to the United States that you would want to have. You can be there, live anywhere you want to live, work anywhere you want to work. And it's one EB-5 investment of $800,000 US is the minimum investment amount, and it's good for your entire immediate family, so your spouse and any unmarried children under the age of 21.
Right. Are all EB-5 regional centers the same, or does a choice of regional center matter?
Yeah, that's a great question. It's actually one that we always talk to people about. Not every regional center is created the same. Not every regional center is equal. So different companies do different types of things and perform different roles within this industry. There are some regional centers that will simply attach their name to a project and associate with it so that that developer who's developing a specific project can access EB-5 capital from investors hoping to immigrate to the United States. Then there are other companies like mine that are truly a one-stop shop. We go out, we try and find projects that are best suited for EB-5 investment opportunities. We structure those projects, we collateralize those projects, we create a loan in between a prospective EB-5 partnership and that borrower. And then we go out and we search for EB-5 investors that might be interested in those opportunities. And we serve as a fiduciary for those clients throughout their entire EB-5 immigration process. So it's always really important that you understand who the regional center is, look at their track record, look at what role they perform within the process. Make sure that you know every part of what they're going to be involved in and how they're going to help you throughout the entire way.
So what are the categories of professionals, businessmen, investors who can apply for this program? Who's eligible?
Everyone's eligible. So really, the only thing that you have to have is the minimum investment capital required to complete your EB-5 investment. The primary driver for the program has always been high unemployment area projects. So high unemployment areas meaning areas within the United States that meet the unemployment threshold of 150% of the national average, or they can also be in rural areas. If you're in one of those two areas, you qualify for the minimum investment threshold of $800,000 US. If you're outside, it's $1,050,000. So primarily companies that are structuring EB-5 investment opportunities are looking for opportunities in the lower investment threshold.
My final question, what should an individual be aware of while applying for the EB-5?
But what are the true requirements of the program? It's that you make your $800,000 US investment and that investment creates new jobs in America, 10 new jobs. That is structured by the regional center. So we're going to pick a project that we know will create those jobs, underwrite that project accordingly, make sure that it's going to create the jobs that you need to be successful, and then we'll provide you with the reporting information that you need to be successful. But on the flip side, there's personal information that you need to be able to gather. And in order to do that, you have to work with your own immigration attorney. So there's preparation that goes into this that every person needs to know. You need to work with a trusted immigration attorney who's experienced, or potentially a chartered accountant here in India that knows that knows law related to how funding can be aggregated and transferred from India into the United States. So it's really important that you work with an immigration attorney and a chartered accountant that can help you through the process of identifying the source of the capital that you'll be using to make the investment, and then moving that capital from India into the United States in ways that are lawful both from an Indian government perspective as well as an American government perspective.
All right, Matt Hogan, thank you so much for joining us, telling us about the EB-5 program.
India has come to be known as the country with the largest immigration population in the world. Many high net worth individuals are looking for opportunities to get foreign residency and citizenship.
So India has historically been the biggest market for EB-5, and a lot of Indian families send their kids to the US, and then these kids end up taking H-1B visas. They end up working in the US. EB-5 enables them to get US green cards in a much easier and quicker fashion by making an investment in a USCIS compliant project. And we have seen a lot of Indian families taking this route to cut the immigration uncertainty and avail of US green cards for themselves and their families.
The Indian market has always been a very strong market for EB-5. The EB-5 program has gone through several changes over the past couple of years, and the new EB-5 Reform and Integrity Act of 2022 has really brought about some changes that I think are going to benefit investors from India, including visa set-asides for certain investment categories. It will help Indian investors get access to the visas a little bit more quickly than they had been able to in the past. We think the India market is going to continue to be very strong for EB-5, and we look forward to being here and presenting our projects to Indian investors who want to invest in projects in the United States that can create jobs and then seek that immigration benefit to live in the United States.
In the case of Portugal, at 280,000 euro, they could get half of a flat in India. So the first reason is for real estate investment, and obviously the cherry on the cake is the residency by investment, the golden visa that's coming along with those investments that are particularly attractive here in India, but globally.
Going forward in 2023, I think what we're witnessing today at IREX Delhi, September of 2022, is that families are already anticipating that in 2023, this is going to be a year of opportunity to achieve their immigration goals, to finish perhaps plans they may have started years ago. So what we're seeing is tremendous interest, and the Indian market is reacting to the opportunities and opening doors that we're seeing in the United States and Canada.
Indian market is exceptionally very well placed for real estate investments in Australia. And more towards the Indian mindset, a lot of Indians have already made Australia their second home. So a lot more of us are looking to move to Australia in a very short amount of time. They have relatives, friends who wants to move as well. And real estate is booming in Australia, as it was booming in India for a long time. Now it's the right time to invest the money into a business, as well as into real estate to get better returns, and of course get your permanent residency along with it.
IREX is a great exhibition, and we also see what's the other countries and the other companies offering the Indian market in terms of citizenship programs, in terms of residency visas, whatsoever, so that we know what's the needs and what need to be catered for the Indian market and the Indian investors.
Indian market is booming already for many years for all the sectors. In terms of the immigration, we have been in India several times already together with IREX. We're very happy for India to grow their overseas investments and to qualify also for the investment program that we have in Portugal. Portugal is more than welcome to receive the Indian citizens, and actually our Prime Minister is also descendant from Goan citizens, so we have a good, very close connection between India and Portugal.
Focus, ideate, innovate.